Krishna. So we are talking in this lecture about some important verses which Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has quoted in his book Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. By important verses, what I mean is the verses which he has directly taken from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Rupa Goswami. Now, this is very important to understand. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu has so many verses, hundreds of verses. Original composition of Rupa Goswami, hundreds of verses. Rupa Goswami has also quoted from other scriptures some evidences, so actually many evidences to support his philosophical conclusions, which were actually given to him, imparted to him by Lord Chaitanya in Prayag, in Allahabad. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he selected a few verses, the most important verses, let us put it like that, of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu to include in his book Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. Now that's a big task because you have to choose the most important verses so that you don't miss first of all what Rupa Goswami has to say in this entire book, the message. You don't miss the message, and you give the message succinctly, clearly, explicitly and precisely. And that's a big task. I mean to say, if suppose you are given a book of 1000 pages, and if I ask you to just select 8 sentences of that book which summarizes the entire book, you can imagine it will be a crazy project. But that's what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur did. He selected 8 verses and he commented on them to actually compose his book. Plus he has also quoted some other verses which are found in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but Hare Krishna, but those verses Rupa Goswami's, but those verses are not original composition of Rupa Goswami. He has borrowed those verses from other scriptures to give pramanas. For example, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also quotes verses of Seva Aparadh and offences against service, Seva Aparadh, offences against holy name, Nam Aparadh. He has quoted in this book, which is actually mentioned in Varaha Puran. Rupa Goswami borrows from Varaha Puran. He has also quoted some verses from Padma Puran, especially Shruti Smriti Puran Adi Pancharatra Bhina. That verse he has quoted here, and some lines here and there. But mainly 8 verses are quoted by Rupa Goswami in this book, and those 8 verses are as follows. The first verse is Akhil Rasamrita Murti Prashamra Ruchi Ruddha Tara Kapali Kalita Shyama Lalito Radha Prayan Vidhur Jayati. The first verse, the very first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. He quotes this as if to invoke auspiciousness for his book and invoke the blessings of Rupa Goswami. The second verse he quotes it's common sense, the definition of bhakti, Uttama Bhakti, which is 1.1.11, the reference of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and this is Anya Vilashita Shunyam Gyan Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyana Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama. Now I'll explain all these verses as the course goes on. I'm just mentioning here these verses. The next verse he quotes is the steps for attaining love of God, after quoting the definition of devotion. Now how do you practice devotion to attain love of God? What are the steps? Those are the verses, 2 verses together in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Adav Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangata Bhajana Kriya Tato Anarth Nivritti Sa Tato Nishta Ruchi Satha Atha Sakti Sato Bhava Tatha Prema Abhitanjati Sadhaka Namam Premna Pradur Bhave Bhavet Kramaha. Kramaha, gradually a devotee attains love of God. These are the 9 steps to the temple of love of God. Now this is obvious, he had to quote this, is the most important verse. Then The next verse, the fourth verse he quotes is again from Nectar of Devotion, and this is Sarva apradakrit api muchyate hari samshraya harerapi apradhanya kuryadui padapam sava. He nama ashraya kadachit syat tarati eva sanamata namno api sarvasu hirdo api apradhat patati yata. Very nice verse composed of two verses together, and he says, so in a sense Rupa Goswami is saying, if you do all the offenses against Lord Hari, it can be counteracted by taking holy names. But if you commit offenses against holy names, then what's the solution? The solution is chanting holy names itself. Offenses against holy names can be counteracted by pure chanting of holy names. That's the idea there, which Rupa Goswami is saying here, which Vishwanath Thakur quotes here. So in the commentary to this verse, he brings the concept of Nam Aparadh, and that we'll discuss later. Fifth verse he quotes is very famous verse. He quotes is Krishna smaranam janam chasya preshtham nija samahitam tat katharatascha sau kuryad vasam braje sada. 1.2.294. And he says the whole idea of devotional service, of all rules and regulations, is to remember Krishna. So in a sense he is introducing Raganuga Bhakti here. So the fifth verse is, actually sixth verse is Seva Sadhak Rupena Siddha Rupena. And then on Vishwanath Thakur he writes this verse, but the important line in this verse is Seva Sadhak Rupena Siddha Rupena hi. This is 1.2.295, and what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is conveying is that even after attaining Raganuga Bhakti, a devotee has two parallel lives. One is external, that is Sadhak Rupena, he follows all rules and regulations, and one is internal, Siddha Rupena, where he remembers Krishna internally. So externally he follows Rupa Sanatan, internally he follows Rupa Manjari and his remembrance of Krishna. Okay, and the seventh verse is 1.3.25 and 26 together. Shanti revartha kalatvam virakti mana shudnita asha banda samutkantha nam gane rada sadaruchi priti tad guna akhyane priti tad basati sale. There's 9 symptoms of true devotion. That's the idea. Vishwanath Thakur specifically chooses this verse and quotes it in his book to actually differentiate between a true genuine devotee and a false and a sahijya. And I'll discuss this in details, but the whole point is he mentions some 8 or 9 symptoms of true devotion, and you will find later that there is no symptom as crying or tears or hair standing on end. What Vishwanath Thakur is saying, the true symptom is shanti, renunciation, avyarthakalatvam, not wasting time. This is the true symptom of a devotee. He might not have tears in his eyes, but he has all these symptoms in his soul. That's the whole idea there. And the 8th verse he quotes is Nirveda atha vishado dainyam, that is 2.4.426, 3 verses together, and this is a group of 3 verses, and he quotes this. These are the symptoms of Vyabhichari Bhav, and he explains in explaining Vyabhichari Bhav, he gives definitions of humility, of separation, Vishad, and of enthusiasm, the basic concepts of devotional service, the basic foundational qualities of devotional service he defines here very beautifully, which we will discuss later. So these are the 8 verses, and in addition I told you there are some few verses here and there from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but not original composition of Rupa Goswami, like a list of offences against holy name, list of offences against Seva Aparadh, then some lines here and there from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So these are the 8 verses. Now in this course, basically we will be discussing Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's comments on these 8 verses. That is this book made of, and that's why I thought I'll just mention to you these 8 verses, and now ahead we'll discuss them in details. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.